Hi, Frank here, bringing you another exciting reading of Douglas Jerrod. We left off with chapter 16, and Douglas found out that his son is going to have a child back in his timeline, which he already knew, but he's still excited. Remember, go to Douglas Jerrod and SamsonPWillings.com to get all the excitement about this surprising unfolding thing. Now, I will continue reading of Douglas Jerrod. We are into chapter 17. We switch back to the green-eyed Douglas Jerrod. So without further ado, more of the same past in the future. Douglas stood over the casket as they lowered it into the ground. While it passed ground level, he couldn't fight back the tears anymore. The waterworks flowed even more so when the casket came to rest at the bottom of the grave. Then the minister began the last words before they covered it with dirt. We commend this body to the earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The minister picked up some of the loose ground up in his hand and sprinkled it into the hole. While the tears still poured out of Douglas's bloodshot eyes, he picked up his own handful of dirt and did as the minister did. Then Fred repeated the process that his son did. When Fred turned to Douglas, he embraced his only son tightly. "It's all right, son. She is in a better place now. She doesn't have to be tormented anymore." "Why her? Carol never did anything to deserve this." Douglas questioned the whole morality of the scene as his father tried to console him. "Is my whole life just for this? Am I meant to be full of anger and sadness?" He questioned himself while he clanged to Fred. "I really don't know what to say, son. The only thing I know is sometimes bad things happen to good people." "Is that what you said when Mom was taken?" Douglas irritatingly pushed away from Fred after their exchange of words. He walked away from the grave site and to the black stretch limo, leaving his father to finish the announcement alone. When he reached the limo, he quickly opened the door to the back and hopped in. As he fully entered the limo, he slammed the door shut, grabbed a bottle of Jack, took the lid off the top, and commenced to gulp the bottle down. "God, why? Why her? Haven't you taken enough?" Douglas angrily questioned out loud while he sat in the back of the vehicle with a half-empty bottle. As he wept to himself, he tipped the bottle back again. He took a big swig off the bottle when his dad joined him in the car. After Fred took a seat next to him, his father swiped the bottle from him. "Slow down, son. This won't bring Carol back." "I know, but it eases the pain." "Yes, I guess you're right." Fred tipped the bottle up and drank his own mouthful of the potent liquid. After he swallowed the brown liquor, he handed the bottle back to his broken son. When Douglas took the bottle back, he slammed the rest of it. Now the bottle being empty, Douglas put the lid back on and tossed it on the floor. "We are going to the church for food, if you are up to it. Just drop me off at home. I would like to be alone." "Okay, boy." Fred tapped the dividing window with the back of his hand to get the driver's attention. The driver immediately lowered the electric window to get the orders. He then turned to ask about what the destination might be, As he viewed Douglas's face, he himself teared up. "Where to, gentlemen?" "To the house, please." After the driver received the orders, he closed the window back up to give the two their privacy while he drove to the destination. He put the vehicle into motion and started out of the cemetery. When the vehicle pulled out of the entrance, he turned the opposite way as the procession. The father and the son sat silently in the back during the short detour to Douglas's house. "You take care of yourself. Get some rest. Take a bath. Just do what you need to." Fred gave his son the fatherly advice when the limo pulled up in front of the house. After his words were said, Douglas opened the car door to exit. Douglas stepped out on the curb and closed the vehicle door. As his boy walked to the front door of the house, with head hung low, he pushed the electric button and rolled down the window. "Don't worry about the reception. I will handle it. Everybody will understand," Fred assured Douglas before the limo started down the road. He didn't register the comment of his old man as he continued unfazed to his warm home. He put his key into the keyhole and opened the door slowly after he reached it. When he opened it all the way, he waited in the doorway, expecting Carol to come out of the kitchen. After he seen there was no sight nor hair of her, it finally hit home. She was really gone. "No! Why the fucking hell did you take her away?" Douglas fell to his knees in a blubbering heap in the open doorway after he yelled to the heavens for God to answer for the injustice that happened to him. While he commenced his sorrowful display of mourning, he didn't seem to notice the strange scent come over him. Douglas Sr. at that moment merged in and gained control of his mind and body. Douglas stood up from the floor as the tears dried on his cheeks. "What the hell is going on here?" Douglas wiped the salty residue from his face as he stood in the threshold of the front of the house. He looked around the entrance. When he didn't see Carol anywhere, he searched his pockets for a reason for his grandson's overabundance of grief. After he searched all of his pockets, he came across a paper pamphlet. "This couldn't be. Not Carol. This is not supposed to happen to my grandson," Douglas said out loud as he tried to get to his feet. Under himself. While he tried to get to his feet, he found that he could only muster up enough energy or enough strength to get on his hands and knees. So he came to the conclusion that it was good enough and commenced to crawl his way up the stairs and to his grandson's room. When he made his way through the bedroom and to the master bathroom, he closed of the shower. "It's all right, son. Your granddad will get you what you need." Douglas stated in the hopes that his grandson could somehow know how much he cared. After the remark, he got back up to his knees, crawled into the shower area, and turned the cold water on. While the water flowed over his fully clothed body, he shook off the shock. About 10 or 20 minutes went by before he could stand up. "See, your grandpa still has some fight for his family. After we get done here, I will go and get to the bottom of this. As soon as the room stopped spinning and the drunk feeling subsided a bit, Douglas shut off the shower. He then stripped off his saturated clothing, wrapped a towel from the towel rack around his body, and walked into the bedroom. He finished drying off his drenched body, dropped the used towel on the floor, and proceeded to put on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. He gazed at his grandson in the mirror. It's okay to be relaxed today. After all, you're off day and it is well deserved. You didn't lose someone, so you did lose someone, so they should understand. Now let's go see Dr. Scott. I bet he could shed some light on this tragedy. At least, he will point us in the right direction. Douglas spoke to his grandson's grief-ridden face that looked back at him. Why is it that the Jerrod men always lose their women? Is there any good path to go down? I should ask Scarlett these questions next time I see her, if there is a next time. He thought a series of questions while he walked through the house, across the lawn, and to the Diablo in the driveway. He started up the high-powered luxury vehicle, reversed out of the driveway, and started down the road to the station. You do have some good taste, boy. Probably something you picked up from me. And that has been Chapter 17 of Douglas Jerrod. Remember, Douglas Jerrod and SamsonPWillings.com to get all of your information on apprehending Douglas Jerrod. And FJ Invisible at YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. You get all the videos. Thank you, and have a good day.